I'm Dave Sider, baby. This is for Rock Radio UK. I'm not sure if you can see me in the picture. You probably can't. But I'm with Skin on Flesh. Hello. This is all very cosy.
Just like our bus.
Thank you for getting me out of the hole with the technological demons that are my video camera.
Yeah, happy to help anybody.
I really, really appreciate it. But Skin on Flesh, you open for Infected Brain.
Oh yeah, that happened.
How does that feel?
It's been unreal actually because this is our first official tour, and
Okay.
to have the honor of like touring with somebody as big as Infected Rain is, I don't know, mind blowing.
We keep saying like it just doesn't feel real. Like this is the third show and it still hasn't like sunk in that this is a tour that we're doing, that it's real, that it's not just some fever dream that like we're all just kind of collectively having. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Really weird.
And to see the bands as well, like the first night we saw Infected Rain, holy shit, the power, the aura. Yeah.
They were giving us a lesson on how to perform live, basically.
We were literally like afterwards we all saw them in different like stages, like between just showering whatever afterwards, and like when we were in the van afterwards we were all like taking note, like talking like we just studied, like taking a class at like college, like just firing out notes on like, oh, did you see when they did this? Did you see when they did that? Like their stagecraft and the way they were like moving around. Like we were like mentally all writing notes about it. And it was so cool. Like it was genuinely like a lesson in how to perform.
And everyone we're touring with are such lovely people as well. The Infected Rain crew, Semblant, Elios, Marathon. For a first band, you don't know what to expect. You know what I mean? What people are going to be like. Is technically working, right? But everyone has been so nice, so welcoming, and we're really privileged to be here.
100%.
I feel very lucky.
And big love to the audience as well because they show up early.
Yeah, dude.
We
We appreciate
It
that.
was here at 6 o'clock. I mean, you went on about 6:30, I think.
Exactly.
We were like fully anticipating playing to like empty rooms. And like and the first night we went on and there's like half the room is full, and it by the end like it was almost completely full, and we were like, hang on, what? We're the opener. What's this about?
Same with yesterday. We before we went on, it looked a bit slim pickings. By the time we were on, holy shit, the room looked full. Where are these people coming from?
And why are they here? Like,
we're not complaining that people show up early. Actually, that's very nice.
Yeah, we're so grateful. So grateful.
Well, they should turn up early because you're absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
I've got to say, a fresh take on new metal punk. Well, it's just had everything there, and to be honest, I was blown away. I thought this is like one of my new favourite bands. I'm sorry.
Thank you so much.
That's why you can pay me later. It's fine. So, tell me about yourselves. I mean, you're a multinational band based in Germany.
Berlin.
Yes.
Yeah, Berlin.
So, what happened?
Okay, so basically, we all met in college. We're going to music school in Berlin, and then for the first 5 years, three of us used to have another band, and then that didn't work out because then the 2020 pandemic came over, and then all the dreams just crumbled. But then eventually, me and Michiel picked up some songwriting, and then from that, we just became bedroom musicians. And then you left the country for a bit. And Andy, we met until
I moved to Berlin and I met Michiel first. We were in the class. We were in class together at the masters that we did, and then I did a part-time masters. Michiel finished it in a year. I met Laura on this. Well, I met you like throughout knowing Michiel, but then Laura was my classmate, and that was when we were classmates. Me and Laura was when I kind of joined Skin on Flesh, and we did like an end-of-term gig, and it just snowballed from there. That was like 2 years ago.
And Victor, we also met because of other musician friends in common, and then eventually he joined the band because we were like, we need a drummer, and I remember that you retired from drumming for a bit.
Retired at your age.
But he made his triumphal, I guess.
I fell back in love with playing drums because of this music, because I used to play in different genres of music, but in my heart I always liked pop punk, like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 songs.
I think that initiated everybody.
That is my taste, and this hit the nail on the head for me. this really revived this love for playing drums, and
that's what it's got to be, isn't it? The love for music, and when you hit that stride and you yourselves like the music, then everybody who comes to gigs, they're going to love it as well.
Can I actually tell a quick story?
Go on then.
So,
we got time.
The first show that Skin and Flesh ever played was for one of our modules in college when me and Michiel were on the Masters together, right? So I showed up as like an audience member. I wasn't part of like the organizer or anything, but I knew that we were kind of pals, so like I knew that his new band were playing, so I showed up. I showed up late and I caught the last two songs.
Right.
How dare you?
How dare I, right?
No, sorry.
But I caught the last two songs, and I remember I was sitting next to one of my other classmates who grew up in Seattle through the 90s, who saw like all the grunge bands back in the day, and the hardcore punk bands. And when you guys finished, he turned to me and he was like, "Holy shit, like this is like, where did that come from?" Like Michiel was this quiet dude that like barely spoke a couple words to people in class.
As you've heard.
And like I was there the same. I was like, wow, I love that band, right? And so I told you, obviously, you know, whatever. And then a year later, like you were talking about, oh, maybe we'll pick it back up again. And I was like, well, if you need a guitar player, you know, let me know.
You were like,
Because it, like, leaving that gig, it was like, I was like, whatever I can do to be in that band, because they looked like they had so much fun playing those songs.
Yeah.
I was like, anything I can do to like be in that band. And 12 months later, I got the chance, and I've just been riding the wave since, like, you know, waiting for it to end. Like, well, thankfully it's not, and we're here, and it's.
and now we're here.
Yeah.
So this is your first tour?
Yes.
That's pretty impressive. Opening for Effective Rain on the first tour, that's, that's
So
wow.
lucky, man.
So
We'll wake
music-wise,
up
have you got music out, or is it still in the pipeline, or is it...
Well, I don't know.
We write whatever we feel like writing.
He is the main songwriter, so he is
Okay.
I mean, we write whatever we feel like. We have like acoustic demos. We have like more metal demos. We have punky demos.
He gets a lot of inspiration from like the music
Yeah,
that you
I don't know.
like.
I personally,
Sum 41.
I love Derek Lively from Sum 41. I cannot deny it. He's one of my idols, and I don't know. If I'm stuck in if I have like a writer's block or anything, I just listen to a Sum 41 song and I'm like, yes. And then instant fire.
And that's when I know he's cooking, because I can hear him from the kitchen listening to
Yeah.
Sum 41.
Okay.
Not always.
So after this tour, what's next?
Well, we are thinking of working on an album because we have plenty demos like in the pocket. So I think everybody is expecting that. Like we've been getting a lot of people asking us like, where is a CD that we can buy and like you guys can sign, and we're like, sorry, we just have some T-shirts with us. Because we're just independent musicians.
Yes.
So we don't have a label, we don't have a manager, anything. It's basically just me and Michiel like behind the computer and Instagram and Facebook and all of it. And to be honest, I'm pretty proud of the fact that we're just like coming through and in every step of the way, and then we haven't like stopped, and I don't think we want to stop.
But also, like we put out our single "Para Me" like what, a couple months ago.
November,
Okay.
But and like I think we all kind of share the sentiment. Like I think we really struck like our sound on record.
Yes.
You know, like it sounds the way we sound live. Like the way we play that song live is exactly how it sounds on the recording, and we all kind of feel like that the mix is amazing. The performances are how they sound when we play like a punk show. So like I think there's when we kind of heard the final master, that we were like, there was a desire to like want to just put that sheen, that sound on all the other tracks that we kind of have.
Legends.
Thank you very much. And thank you for coming out early.
And to try and like get that sound on the other stuff basically. So there's a desire to want to. I think that was the plan. Like when we get back to Berlin, is like try and get that sound on the rest of the stuff, right?
More,
It's like,
more.
Yeah.
I believe there's some discussion of maybe re-recording some of the songs to have
have
the sound.
Yeah.
So that they're all on the same.
have that weight behind it.
Yeah.
And like
Because
that kind
we just threw out some demos online, but they're like with MIDI drums, home demos. And we're like, okay,
we
now
need more raw.
We need Victor playing the drums.
We need Victor,
and you guys doing the proper
and
guitar.
some healthy guitars left and right, just pushing forward. You know, like I think that's what for me anyway. Like as a guitar player, like you know, when I heard the mix for Power Me, I was like, whoa, you know, because the guitars are so forward and like even in like. This is a sweeping statement, and don't get it twisted. But
I will hold you to it.
Not on the record.
Anything goes in this microphone, it is on record.
Perfect. Okay. So no, I just find like some of the like newer, some of the newer kind of poppier, punky stuff or poppy rock, metal, whatever you want to call it. Like the guitars can be a bit buried. Like, but when we heard the final mix of Power Me that was put out recently, we were like. They were really forward, and like that was really refreshing to me. It reminded me of the stuff that I listened to growing up.
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of the even like the hardcore punk stuff that I listened to. Like it, you know, the guitars were really forward. They're really mid-range, heavy, interacting with the vocals, not masking them, but they were interacting with the vocals.
Right.
And so when I was showing like my family and my friends and like my girlfriend and stuff, all of them when they like played the track, they were like, "Whoa, I can hear you." That's what they said to me. And, I don't. My voice is not on it. But they were like, right, you know, we can hear you on that, like playing. And that to me was like, that was one of the first times I would have heard that from like outside sources, you know.
Yeah.
And that was really nice. So there's, going back to like how it sounds live, I think that's kind of like. That's a really true representation of this lineup of Skin on Flesh, and it's like now let's get that on the rest of the stuff. Let's maybe think about re-recording other bits, or just taking that sound and running with it. Like we've kind of struck gold with that and plow on.
Yeah, I just want to cut really quick, but shout out to my friend Diego Young, the guy that's mixing all that track.
He's our hidden secret in Mexico.
Yes, he's a very dear friend of mine that I met while I was doing an engineer course in Mexico, but then I quit, and that's why I moved to Berlin and everything. And he's been a great, not only friend, but like producer, and also like he has guided us along the way, and we just trust him so much. And even though we're like so far away, he still manages to capture our essence, our true essence, into the recordings, and I'm like, I don't know, it's just a nice symbiotic relationship, I guess.
We're getting to a really good blend. Like we have Chris. He loves he has a whole Black Sabbath phase or an Ozzy Osbourne phase.
I love Ozzy. Holy
Zach
shit.
Wild. And he really brings the metal, like the rough feel. While Andy is the emotional lines on it. And I love the blend we're creating.
Then Victor really goes at it with the drums.
Victor comes at it with that animal, the Muppets.
And
it just fucking works, you know? Sorry.
And if you want to hear that, it's all on all streaming platforms.
Brilliant. Okay, guys. I mean, I'm sure you're enjoying the British weather.
Oh yeah.
So we'll end it there because my breath is freezing in front of me.
I mean,
you're from Mexico. You must really hate this.
I mean, I've been living in Germany for 8 years, so I think I'm getting used to it.
Berlin's
slowly.
pretty cold.
Yeah, Berlin's pretty rough during winter, so
okay, fair. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. I want to hear more from you.
Yes.
Please stay in touch as well.
Yeah, you too.
Right.
Thank you for this.
Thank you
Flesh.
so much, Dave.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Brilliant.